The train keeps on rolling down the tracks, but for our next guest to be interviewed by Sergeant Olori, our personal journey has begun after she became the fourth housemate to be evicted from the Big Brother Naija Season 6 house. This interview is brought to you courtesy of Pepsi, so grab yourself a cold one right now because you do not want to miss this. She's a fashion designer, art curator, poet, scriptwriter, and costume designer. Those close to her call her an activist, but we all know she is a lady who lets her passion shine through in everything she does. And we welcome the enigmatic Arin.
Thank you so much, Olori, for having me.
You're welcome. How you doing?
Oh gosh, I'm so happy. I'm doing very fine. I'm overwhelmed with love. I'm grateful. You know, just everything just is overwhelming.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm sure there is a story behind your piercings. You know, is that something you want to share with us?
Of course. Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, I know you know that I'm expressive with my style, super expressive. When I was young, I just loved jewelry. I loved to accessorize my clothing, and I just wanted to wear like jewelry in, you know, unfamiliar places, in, you know, unorthodox places. So yeah, it started when I was 15, and it hasn't stopped.
Of course. So how many piercings do you have in total?
Okay, so I have 17. I've pierced 24 times. I've closed 7.
Wow. Okay. So one thing that no one can deny is the level of passion you throw into everything you do. So was this something you were born with or something you cultivated on your life journey so far?
I think it's definitely something I was born with. But like, I'm mostly passionate about creative things, anything creative. You know, I write, I'm a creative director. I come up with concepts. I'm a cultural producer. You know, I curate art, like, and just because I'm so emotional, it's hard not to be passionate. Like, everything comes from a place of just deep feelings and, like, you know, deep emotions. And I always have opinions on a lot of things, and I feel like I'm authentic. My point of view is authentic, and I just want to always show it, say it.
How has it been as a feminist for you, and how has this mindset impacted your life?
Well, you know what? I know feminism became a trend, like, in our lifetime, or modern feminism became a trend in, like, recent years. But, like, I feel like I've always been a feminist since, like, I've been a child. I've been curious, and I've always asked questions. I've definitely always challenged the standards because I love fairness, and I feel like everything should be fair for everyone. And, like, from when I was young, like, I've observed, like, wow, why is it different for women? And, like, I'm very stubborn. I won't let anybody tell me what I can or cannot be. And I think it really started from there. So I didn't even know, you know, if you're that way, you're called a feminist. And yeah, basically. How has it impacted my life? You know what? I think because I've been like this my entire life, it's just like how I've always been. So there's no like new effects that I notice or anything like that. But yeah.
How has your feminist outlook on life been received by the people you meet in your daily interactions?
Well, I think that I get mixed reactions. Sometimes, you know, men, they're just like, oh, they hate me, or she hates me, Arin doesn't like men, blah, 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 crying me a river as usual. But sometimes they're, you know, eager, willing to listen, you know, just wanting to learn, wanting to understand the perspective, and I appreciate that. Yeah, for the most part, people just want to listen and they want to learn, and, you know, I'm always eager to tell, eager to explain, like, you know, we're not just crying wolf. There's an actual situation, you know, ongoing in reality, but, you know, regardless of geography, it doesn't matter where you are, this is a global situation. And yeah, if you observe, if you look around you, you definitely see, you know, we're not making this up. You know, all the women in the world didn't come together to agree to lie. You know, it's just like, this is what it is. Yeah.
Awesome. So for you, Harry, was it a deliberate thing not to have a relationship in the house?
Gosh, I don't think I can even pre-plan certain things. You know, I vibe and like move, and people are my sensors, so I like move according to how they move. So it definitely was not deliberate. I mean, the chances were short anyways because my standards are ridiculous, and it's hard for me to it's hard no, it's just like about personality and how you think. And like, you know, what are the chances that the person I'm attracted to physically also has, you know, the mental acumen to like match up to me, you know, can make me laugh, you know, it's difficult. So like, this is why I had a special list and everybody gave me something different.
All right, so you were in the house during the military regime, and that was in week 3. So can you tell us about your experience, you know, in the house with that? And do you think, or do you find Pere as power drunk, or that was a game strategy for him?
So I'll answer the last question first. I think it was both. I think he's definitely the type of guy who gets a little bit of power and it goes in his head. I also think it was a strategy to make people uncomfortable, because when you're uncomfortable and when he can, you know, activate your emotions negatively and you can bend to his will, you know, he obviously has the, you know, he's obviously like in the dominant position there in terms of power, but also like military regime, because I already gave Pere, you know, the thoughts in my mind straight when he was in HOH. So I was done with him by that. And I was just like, I'm not going to give this guy any more of my energy. It was a decision I made. If, you know, we hadn't had any issues before then, oh, he was definitely going to get it. Me, I was just in my head anytime he started speaking, I just zoned out.
So you, Peace, and Nini seem to have a very strong bond in the house. Was there anything in particular that drew you together?
Yes, oh my gosh, I love Nini and Peace, you know. Nini, like, she thinks like me, you know, she's smart, you know, she's fun, and, you know, she's just a smart girl, and, like, she's full of love as well, you know, she's not judgmental, she's a good girl. I love her so much. And Peace is just vibes, and she's also, you know, super smart, she's very funny, and yeah, they're just, you know, I feel like if you're off rip, not intimidated by me, and, you know, you can level up, like, you know, intellectually, like, you're my type of person, I immediately want to vibe with you, and they're party girls, so, you know,
I like that
what's
word,
not to
party
love?
girls. So talking about Peace, you know, we remember in week 1, you know, when Biggie, of course, you know, welcomed you all, and you had the first diary session, and Biggie gave you guys a task to find out who the wild cards were in the house. I remember vividly that you and Peace, yourself and Peace, were actually at the forefront, you know, of discovering who the wild cards were in, you know, in the house. And unfortunately, you know, that Sunday, Biggie actually announced 2 names and they were the wrong wild cards. So your investigative, you know, sensor,
Oh my God,
you know, was really deep into the fact that you had Peace, you know, were really into it, you know, and also, can you just tell us, what was the motivation? Like, what was that thing?
Okay, so this is what it was. Biggie announced on the first day, and he was like, oh, if you don't find the wildcards have a nomination edge, which will be announced if you don't find them. And then the first few days, nobody was taking it seriously. It seemed like only certain people, like a few people were having the same conversations. And I was just like, why does no one care? Because they said they have a nomination edge. Worst case scenario, which is what it became, these people actually get to nominate. That's huge power that's never been seen before on the platform. And I'm just like, why is nobody taking this seriously? Like, it's basically like you're ignoring a task that you were given. I feel like this is why it seemed like Peace and I were at the fore. Some people didn't even hear or listen to what Big Brother said, because I remember having a bet with Boma, because it was like, Biggie didn't say they will have a nomination edge. He just said they will join the game as regular. And I was like, you think if that is what it was, we would care? No, absolutely not. So yeah, that's why it seemed like Peace and I took it seriously, even though we did take it seriously. And yeah, Maria and Pere are such gamers, man. Yeah, and
So
Biggie
they played
definitely,
you guys well.
yes, they definitely played us well. And also, like, I don't know, I feel like Biggie led us in the wrong direction.
But do you think, you know, thinking about Biggie leading you to the wrong direction, do you think Beatrice also misled?
What? Of course, 100%. Beatrice was a huge distraction to the fact, because I remember spending so much time convincing everyone that Beatrice was not the wild card and she was just socially awkward. The wild card, if she was the wild card, she was basically announcing herself, and I don't think, you know, multi-choice or like production will pick someone so obvious as the wild card. That was my thing with Beatrice, and I don't even know what her motivation was for doing that, but I was just like, damn, like, girl, you gave us a task.
All right. So do you consider yourself too smart for others?
Sometimes, like I feel like sometimes people don't even get where I'm coming from, and it feels like I'm hearing my voice a lot if I'm trying to like explain and explain and explain. Like in that house, there weren't many people that I felt like could match up to me intellectually. This is not even like book smart. I'm talking about like socially, just like deep in how people reason and like the logic behind your thoughts. Like many people don't have original thoughts. Like if you tell them to defend what they're thinking, you know, they'll come up blank. So I don't know, yes and no.
All right, so Arin, let me invite you to please join us, you know, in taking a bottle of Pepsi and the drink as the interview, of course, goes.
Ooh, I love Pepsi.
I like
Cheers.
that. Cheers. Hold on. All right.
Cheers.
So does it taste the same like the one in the house?
Yes, I think Pepsi is equal across board.
All right, so Arin, you were very confrontational with Pere in the house. So what stood out? Why did you stand up to confront him in the house?
Pere just grinds my gears, you know. The first time I think the first time I stood up to him, he was provoking Nini on purpose. He was actually goading her, and I didn't recognize in the first, my first instinct was just to defend her, because why are you just yelling off rip? You don't even, he immediately just started yelling at her, and I'm just like, you look weak, like, why are you yelling at her? And the second time, he called Angel a and my brain just went crazy, and I just went in on him, because I was just like, that was absolutely unnecessary, and I will make you feel the way you were attempting to make her feel. Yeah, I don't know what the fascination is with Pere, but I don't know, there's no mystery to him in my book. He's just there.
You know, this is the reason why people call you a girl's girl. Because you're the type of person that would stand up for any girl in the house. You know, I'm talking about Angel. You know, I remember that the first night, you know, where the ladies came into the house, you know, you guys had to introduce yourselves to the men, because the men were in the house the day before you guys.
Yeah.
And Angel shared her story. You know, everybody all went to her, hugged her, you know, consoled her and told her, oh, you are here for a reason, this is it. But we watched it, of course, it was shown on TV that you actually had a conversation with Angel in the room, and you were talking to her, and that was just the first night. I mean, did you meet Angel? I mean, have you met her before or anything? Because that was your first night, and we saw that we didn't just see that one happen. We saw that even over and over again, you are a girl's girl.
Yeah, I am.
So this is a thing for you, like on a normal day, like
yeah,
this is just
I know.
A thing
I'm glad. I feel like I'm glad it happened on the first night. So you know, like I literally had known her for hours, only hours, and I don't know, I don't know why it felt like I could read her, because as soon as she finished sharing her story, first of all, some very deep,
stories.
literally, very deep stuff, and she after 5 minutes, she was basically like, oh gosh, I don't feel like being out anymore. She was trying to play it cool, and then she went inside, and then I walked inside with her. In fact, Beatrice was inside also going through her own thing, and then she was actually, concerned about Beatrice. I think 4 housemates were crowding Beatrice already inside. And then I just looked at her and I was just like, are you okay? She couldn't answer the question without crying. So we immediately left the red room and went to the blue room. And that was where we had the moment. And I don't know, it just came naturally. I didn't even have to think of what to say, because I understood, I understand. I haven't gone through as much as Angel, but she's so much more than everything she has been through. Your traumas don't define you, And yeah, I was happy that happened.
Thank you for being a girl's girl.
I got you any day.
All right. So Arin, you kissed someone passionately in the house. Can you tell us who the person was and why you kissed the person?
Well, I kissed multiple people actually, but passionately, I'm not even sure which one you people are calling passionate.
But passionate.
But I think J. Paul, I'm not sure if it was passionate, but J. Paul was one of the people. But I kissed J. Paul during a game. It was a truth or dare. They dared me. I picked him. I kissed him. I think I drunkenly kissed Boma as well. See?
All right. So Arin, did you leave your signature in the house?
my signature. Okay, my green puncture. It's funny because I actually left it because like I was wearing like a tube jumpsuit when I was leaving, and I was like, oh, you'll be cold, you'll use this, and then like I literally just like left it in my locker, and like I left it in the house.
As we pause for a sip of some ice cold Pepsi, stay with us for more refreshing moments with Arin. All right, let's take one.
So good.
That was refreshing, though. So guys, welcome back to our interview with Arinola, brought to you by Pepsi. So Arin, in your exit interview with Ebuka, you had on a black strapped jumpsuit. Was that something you designed for yourself?
Yes, absolutely. It was one of our pieces, one of our most loved pieces from our SS19 collection in Nola Black.
Awesome. So what are your fashion plans?
Okay, so I'm definitely going to be releasing a new collection in Nola Black, a new collection in Tie-Dye Shop, and then I probably have a new clothing line altogether coming through, streetwear. Watch the space.
All right, Arin, so how do you plan to juggle your fashion line with other passions that you have?
I've always done it, you know, like there's never been a time that I've done squarely fashion or squarely art. I've always done both, and now I'm including other things like being on a talk show and writing scripts, you know, costume design. Yeah, I'm a girl of many talents. I will and shall.
Awesome. So you didn't mind ruffling a few feathers in the house. Was that intentional or subconscious?
No, it was definitely not intentional. If you say the wrong thing around me, I'm coming for you. That's just what it is.
A girl's girl.
Yes, you already know.
So Arin, let's try something different. I'm going to ask you a few rapid fire questions and you choose one from the options I'll provide. Are you ready for me?
Yes, let's go.
Awesome. So pick your nose with one finger or pick your teeth with one finger.
Pick my teeth with one finger.
Fart in public or burp in public?
Burp in public.
Skirt or pants?
Pants for sure.
Afro or braids?
Braids. Braids gang.
Piercings or tattoos?
Piercings, you already know.
Makeup or no makeup?
No makeup.
All right. So tell us, Arin, what would you miss most in the house?
Oh gosh, so many things. I will miss my friends. I will miss the tasks, just, you know, getting these tasks done, and definitely the parties.
Okay, so who do you see winning the show?
Liquorose, maybe WHITEMONEY. I'm definitely rooting for my friends though.
All right, so we noticed that last Saturday, like the last week you spent in the house, you danced alone. Was it pressure from the eviction, or was there something else going on in your mind?
I didn't necessarily dance alone. I danced the same way I do. Actually, I even mixed more, I feel like, this time than all the previous parties. I like to give myself ginger, but no, the eviction wasn't on my mind at all. I was nice and up there.
So what should we expect from Arin after the show?
Oh gosh, so many things, a lot of work. You should expect, you know, me to release my collection, put on more art shows, you know, collaborate, costume design for artists and like just like other celebrities for bespoke reasons, you know, shows, talking. Just I love to talk a lot. And then like script writing as well. I want to get into film.
So what is one thing you would put on your bucket list?
Meeting Beyonce in person, maybe even hugging her.
Okay, so what is one thing that annoys you the most?
People who don't think. Foolishness.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Emotional, creative, adaptable.
If you could trade lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
Trade lives? Oh my God, that's a tough one. Please, I love my life. Oh, I'm scared of other people's life before I go and carry problem.
You won't carry problem, don't worry. It's just for a day though.
Shit. Trade lives with anyone for a day. Who is chilling? Maybe a baby. Okay, no. You know what? Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade's baby, that expressive baby.
Yes.
She looks like she has a good time.
What's her name again?
Caviar.
Caviar.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, caviar.
So you want to trade lives with caviar?
Yeah, I'll be late. Have a good time.
So, what is the worst place you could get stuck?
Ooh, worst place I could get stuck? Anywhere dark and small. Yeah, I think I'm like low-key claustrophobic, or anywhere with rats. Oh my gosh, I hate rats.
All right, so describe the perfect kiss in 3 words.
The perfect kiss. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Slow, moist, and not too long.
There you have it, folks. We just spent some time in the company of the multi-faceted Arinola of Bbnaija Season 6. Remember, these interesting moments were brought to you by Pepsi. Make sure to check out more Bbnaija Season 6 content by liking and following all our social media platforms listed below. But more importantly, keep checking in here for all your latest Bbnaija Season 6 scoop with yours truly, the super warrior Sergeant Olori. Signing out now, and I'll see you guys later.